And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Smokin Tabacco Show. I am Matt Tobacco from SmokinTabacco.com. I am joined once again by my beautiful fiance, Smokin Nicole, as well as my very, very good friend, Mr. Jonathan M. Carney from La Flor Dominicana. And we are broadcasting live from the J.C. Newman Cigar Studios, just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. It's the Smokin Tabacco Show. John, you're finally back on the show. It's been a few weeks. I think it's been like a month. But a lot has transpired in your time away.
I think it's been exactly 3 weeks, 3 shows possibly.
All right.
What was my last show? The IPCPR show, correct? The PCA show. After that, so I think it's been 3 shows that I've missed.
Yeah.
I've had a lot going on. Obviously, I've had a lot going on. I had new sales managers that we've hired. I've just hired another one for our Texas market. I've been married since then, so I've gotten married.
Yay!
We had that going on. I moved. I've moved, so I no longer reside in
Miami.
Orlando. Oh yeah, I no longer reside in Miami. Yeah, I'm in Orlando. Winter Park area, which is kind of funny. I had a lot of people, not a lot of people, everybody busts balls, but there's people that were joking around about the Winter Park area, and they said, oh, that's a great place to retire, this and that. It's like one of the wealthiest communities in all of like Central Florida. It's a beautiful old school area, and it's really cool to live in this area. It's like the house we're in, that was built in the 50s, got a really cool style to it.
Right.
And I've had a lot of fun kind of messing around with that over the last few months. But people busting my balls about Winter Park being where old people live. I mean, like I'm a mile from downtown Orlando. You guys have been by the house, so
I've been there. Yeah, we've been there. It's a nice neighborhood, and you're very close to Corona.
We're right on the cusp. Yeah, we're right on the cusp, and also coincidentally, Cigars on the Avenue here in Winter Park, Park Avenue, is moving.
Oh
and
yes,
like a half a mile down the street.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like a half a mile down the street.
And it's going to be bigger, right?
Practically from here.
It's going to be bigger than the old.
It's going to be bigger, and it's a cigar bar, liquor, and everything. It's awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be fun. So I'll have my 2 options. But for anyone that's watching the show right now, I think Nicole, or Matthew, I haven't decided what I'm smoking yet, and I have the August Smokin Connoisseur Club pack that I just opened up, and I want to know, anyone that's watching, it's 1 through 5. I'm going to pick whoever's watching. I'm going to pick whichever one they want me to smoke. So 1, 2, box press. 3,
I like a good box press. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
4, 5. These are all natural wraps.
Natural wraps.
Wrappers.
All right, so the wraps.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one should I smoke? Should I smoke 1, 2?
Which one's
3,
the box press?
4.
Yeah, I vote the box press.
2. Yeah. Is anybody watching the show that voted, or?
Well, obviously people are watching the show. I'm not looking
there's
at
some
that
viewers. They're quiet. I see a 1.
All right, 1.
3.
Well, you know what?
What do you think?
We're gonna go in between. We'll smoke number 2. Let's smoke the box press. So here we go. Number 2, Smokin Connoisseur Club. Still a proud member. And what a cool way this program's advanced, to be honest with you. Like, it's got these nice bands now. Really cool. So that's been fun. And I not missed the last 2 months, but I am 2 months behind on cigars here. So I'm still finishing off June and July. So I'm going to let this box press one up, see how it goes. What are you guys smoking?
Ooh, so I am smoking a Perdomo Lot 23.
Very good cigar. Very good cigar. I am smoking. Sorry, I'm trying to. I was trying to get this still set up over here a little bit, but anyway, that's okay. I am smoking the Davidoff Grand Cru Toro. One of my favorite cigars. I wanted to smoke this cigar tonight in celebration of John's nuptials.
Life changes.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just lump it all together. It's not just the marriage. It's the whole thing. He's gone from a swanky bachelor that he was a year ago to the sophisticated family man that he is today. And it's a great change for him. I really think this is going to be an amazing journey for him. And it's no longer your lady friend. His wife.
She's always going to be #lady friend.
His wife's name is Allie. and him and Allie are about to embark on a beautiful journey together. And, we couldn't be happier for you guys. So, happy times. John comes back. I'm smoking a Davidoff, smoking pricey, smoking something nice. Nicole's got a Perdomo. That's another great
Value.
cigar. It's a great,
Value stick.
it's a great
Luxury
cigar.
stick.
And as always, you can find these cigars on twoguyscigars.com. That is the number 2guyscigar.com. I'm trying to. So here's the thing. Nicole kind of rushed me with that because I had my whole thing planned, and now I don't have the information in front of me because I lost the tab, and now I'm scrambling trying to find it while we do the ad read. And this is what happens when people don't follow the flow of the show. Still trying to guess it. See, this is what happens when things get rushed.
So-
we didn't have the intro screen. I'm cranky about that. We didn't have our countdown timer for our meeting to get properly set up. We're in the middle of the show. I'm
How
still
was it
trying to
rushed?
share.
How was it rushed?
Well,
How was it rushed? You were late.
because the show was already started. We didn't start on time, and I didn't get to share everything from the beginning. And then I didn't have my tab was there. And now it's gone. I'm scrambling to try and
He's
find
such
it
a
again.
grumpy old man.
Yeah,
I know it's tough. It's tough.
It's
So
okay.
anyway,
it's like Howard.
I
You know,
wasn't
Howard's
sure
in.
Well, I wasn't sure how we did the two guys thing because like 3 weeks ago I was doing it and I was like, oh, should I mention it again? So hey, we're just playing it by ear. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't know if anybody knows. I took a dry off the cigar and I said wow. The reason I said wow is it was super sweet, not like sugary, but like it was like candy sweetness.
Yeah.
But not the mouthfeel, not the mouthfeel of sugary sweetness. So, but it was that flavor profile of I would say Skittles, Starburst, like a mild of that. If you take away the mouthfeel and just take the flavor, it was like berryish. And it went away, but it was the first puff I took of it, and it's still right there. It's a little bit of it. It's like a strawberry, like rhubarb, on the dry draw. Super weird. I've never had that before. I have had one cigar that's had berries and stuff from it before. I know we smoked it together. We smoked that cigars on the Avenue 25th anniversary.
Oh yes, that cigar is very good.
Thing. So this was kind of like that to me, only a different sensation. It brought up some flavors. So I'm looking forward to smoking this now. I have no clue what it is. On the dry draw, it's pretty fascinating to me. So we'll see if it continues on. But looks nice.
I have to call it a cold draw. Dry draw.
It's
Like dry
it's
firing.
dry draw.
Yeah.
Like dry firing. Yeah.
And it's got kind of not a real toothy wrapper. It almost looks like a Skuro, like it's been, treated in some fashion with water or whatnot to kind of give it some darker color. But anyway, I'm gonna light this baby up.
Oh, look, there he is. Got his wedding
By the
ring
way,
on.
Can we talk?
So handsome.
Can we talk real quick? This is my American flag one.
Yeah.
Can we talk quick? I mean, I'm a big Davidoff smoker. You guys know that, and we've always talked about it. But
Yeah.
I like how you're celebrating my nuptials with somebody else's, like another brand cigar.
I just want to throw out there that I
Don't.
did.
Don't.
What?
Don't.
Why?
Because it's just, no.
We were gonna smoke LFD, but we didn't. That's all.
That's fine. Hey, I'm messing around with you guys about it. I'm not smoking an LFT today either. And I have some Andalusian bowls inside. That's what we had. So for the wedding day, we had Andalusian bowls. We had Ligero Cabinet 400s, which is one of my favorite cigars as well.
Great one.
And then we had Cameroon Cabinet number 3s, the little 2000 series that Lido smoked. So we had some of those. So we had 3 of my favorite blends that we smoked on the day of the wedding. I do have something special that you guys are going to get to enjoy. I'm working on a blend with Tony and Lido for my child's birth in October. So we're going to have a special Autumn Carney blend. That's her name. It's going to be Autumn. And we're working on something really special with that. So keep it peeled. It won't be available for sale by any means. It's not my MO. I have no desire to be a brand owner. I enjoy what I'm doing. But I will have a cigar, and we'll get to smoke it on the show. Baby comes along.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I'm really excited to check that out. That'll be really cool. And then, maybe baby number 2 comes along, gets a line extension, We'll see what happens.
That dry draw, you keep saying cold draw, dry draw. that was as good as that was. The flavor I'm getting right now, not a massive fan of it.
Ah.
But I tend to have when it reacts like that to me, I tend to start enjoying it more as the cigar gets in a little bit. So this we'll see what this potentially will be, but it's not super spicy. And it's like mid palate spice. But yeah, I'm not as huge of a fan as I was. I'm not blown away by the flavors, but I'm just getting into it. We'll see how it goes. So, number 3 cigar, if you're watching and you're the manufacturer, I'm going to do this very honestly, give my full opinion and real opinion on it. I'll even give my vote. I'll even pull my phone and vote online and put my rating in. So, but we'll see how it goes. The dry draw, amazing. Construction looks nice. Flavor right off the bat, not a big fan. This is also my first cigar of the day. I've been backed up with
that's a
computer
shocker.
work and stuff going around the house. So it's the first cigar of the day, so it's a completely clean palate.
Did you ever get your lawn replaced?
Talk about a mess. So yes, the lawn's been replaced, and apparently this is like the worst time of the year to resod a lawn in Florida, because it's humid and it's there's a lot of like fungus and stuff that can happen. So we've got the lawn down. 90% of it got done with some sod that was a little drier than it needed to be, so it got watered a little bit more, and I wasn't really here to reject it. And then a second set of sod came in, which was perfect. So that one's doing really, really well. But I'd say I'm probably about 2 months out from being able to mow it. I'm trying to keep it alive, trying to not water too much. I've got some lawn services helping with some fungus stuff. But I guess it's like 80% of lawns or something at this time of the year that you resod, they die and you got to sod again. So I'm hoping not, because it's a big financial burden, and I'm looking at doing an outdoor patio back here for a little cigar lounge and a little grill area, so I kind of have a safe haven when the baby comes along. But but yeah, the lawn's down. It's growing, but it's a ongoing daily fear of mine that I might wake up and it's dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 3 weeks. I guess I've been gone. I guess I'm the guest today, right?
You are the guest.
Yeah.
The official guest.
We were supposed to have Abe Flores from PDR Cigars on here tonight. Unfortunately, he was called away, and he's not on with us tonight. But we'll reschedule. We'll have him on at another time. I thought about maybe getting someone else to fill in last minute and whatnot. And the reality is we had a lot going on the last couple of days, and I honestly forgot, and I said, well, John should be on this week, and I know that John will be here. I'm like that we'll have a team show, and we'll see what we'll get caught up with John. I mean, he's had so much going on, and we got a little bit of news we could talk about in a little bit, and he's always great as our industry professional. He can weigh in on that, which is always nice. Actually, why don't we hit that now, because I kind of want to bring that up. So our news segment is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars. McAuliffe Cigars, become an ambassador today. Head over to McAuliffeCigars.com, sign up to be an ambassador, and get your ambassador coin and number. So we did a little bit of FDA news last week. We're going to do a little more FDA news this week. So breaking news that the FDA tells Swisher International its cigars can remain on the market pending substantial equivalence reviews. Request lawsuit moves to D.C. So, John, as the never-ending story, what is it? Is it the never-ending story? Whatever. It's almost like you could adapt that to the FDA versus premium cigars. It's the never-ending story. It's the same story. It never ends. Honestly, I'm starting to believe that no one's ever going to lose, because it's just never going to stop. Like, we won't lose, they won't lose. It's just going to be always back and forth for the rest of time. I dream.
So it's interesting you say that, because it's in other industries. I mean, there's always legal battles, and it's constant. I mean, there's so much money involved in it, right? So it's never going to end. And then this one, for us, it's just such an important one for the premium cigar industry, to try to maintain where it's at.
Right.
And honestly, if you want to become a new person in the business and create a new business, like Michael Herklotz, for example, he's got some grandfathered brands and whatnot, but there's certain other ones he's coming out with, Ferry Otego, whatnot, is just those. There's going to be some challenges with that, which is now made easier because of some victories that have happened. But it could get more challenging. But everything's legal. I mean, look at what goes on a political level. I mean, it's constant infighting. The courts, the judicial branch of our government, plays referee constantly because the legislative branch doesn't do things and get things done, and then the executive branch is always such a short-term thing. It's either 4 years or 8 years, and they're gone. So it's just constant legal battles, and that's what you see in our industry. It's such a small business, and the FDA has been such a huge focus that it does seem like that's going to go on forever. I mean, in reality of it is we're regulated by the FDA, so we fall under their regulatory rights. They've been granted that power whether we like it or not. So there's always going to be legal battles, and it's always going to be they're the ones regulating what we're doing. So if they say we have to do something, there's always going to be ongoing fights with the FDA. It's never going away now.
Right. Yeah,
But
I mean,
the Swisher thing's interesting because they just announced recently that they were kind of going on their own, and with a legal fight, and they had sued the FDA, and then apparently they got some sort of not a settlement, but some sort of an agreement with the FDA, which probably came about because of that lawsuit. And it seems like their products are going to be able to stay on the market until they're deemed substantially equivalent, and then they should be fine if it all works out well. Because I don't see a world where they wouldn't achieve substantial equivalency on their products if they had it set up correctly. They've been out forever. But then it moving to DC is interesting because I believe that's where that Judge Maeta's at, Maeta. I may be pronouncing it wrong, but that's the same court that's been handling this the whole time. And there's been, back and forth. There's been wins, there's been losses, but it seems to be at least some sort of a, more black and white situation and less gray area when it goes through this one court.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I forget what we read off last week, but it was FDA. And then how many times before that has it been an FDA? A substantial equivalence. And, there was a victory one time, and then there was a loss the other time. And it's almost like a game of tennis, really. It's just always back and forth. But like you said, we're already regulated under the FDA, so it's not like it's anything new, and it's not like it's a new thing trying to get it. It's already been out. It's already been in there. It's already been regulated. Now it's just kind of fighting over, what freedoms we have and what we want to keep, and what we're trying not to get. Go ahead.
Yeah, my argument on it always, when before the regulations went into effect, people asked, how do you feel about this? Like, I felt like there should be, we should be left alone. I don't want regulation, and I think that's always should have been and always has been the stance of myself and the company I represent, is that we don't want regulations. However, a silver lining in it, or at least a spotlight on the situation, was when it did get regulated, we at least now knew what the rules were going to be, and then we could start fighting. Like, we don't know who the enemy was. We didn't know who the enemy was before the FDA came out and said, this is what we're going to do. We thought it was going to be the FDA, because they had the rights to do it, or they're given the power to do it. But now we know who our enemy is. So it's like right now our enemy is the FDA. So that's who we're going to fight. And, that's, in my opinion, it's a very clear enemy. So you're going to see a lot of that, and it's going to be the news. It's what's hot for us and hot for the industry. And that's really, besides sometimes people posting pictures from a trade show and calling people irrelevant, the only enemy is really the FDA.
Yeah, very true. Very true. That's the common enemy that we all have. I can see that the relevancy is still sore, as it should for John, as it should. That was.
Yeah, it was never sore.
John's always relevant.
I stand on my ground of that was irrelevant in general, and I think it all worked itself out. But that was the last show. That's why I brought it up. So for me, there's been so much stuff that's gone on. So like, what's new with Smokin Tabacco in the last few weeks? So like, what's news that's going on here? I feel like I've been gone forever.
Well, let's see. We welcomed on our new team member, Nelson DeMello, formerly of Stogie Geeks, has now joined the Smokin Tabacco team.
He's been doing some great reviews on the Smokin Tabacco website. Sorry. He's been doing great reviews.
I did meet him.
Yep, you did.
He was very excited to meet you. He told me all about it. Yeah, I think it made his day. And I was happy for him because he's a very he's a very good guy, and we're so happy to have him on the team. And you're obviously an integral part of this team too. So it's great to see all the children getting along. But no, I mean it's been good. It's just kind of same old right now, as we kind of prepare for the end part of I don't want to say, because it's that time of the year when it's like summer's not quite over yet, but we're getting to the dog days, and if you say it, you get crucified, because it's like, how dare you say summer's almost over? But it's like we're looking into the fall and to the end of the year, and we're kind of getting ready to ramp up for that stuff, and just kind of get caught up in general right now. So nothing too exciting yet, but that's because we're planning for some new stuff that'll be exciting in the coming months. So there's that. Spare Notes series with William Cooper has been good. Coop and I have really had a lot of fun doing that, and it's kind of turned into... So the way it works is, so we go live every other week, and what will happen is in between shows, Coop will text me about something that comes up. And right away, and it's not even like, hey, I want to do this on Spare Notes. It's usually him like coming to me and venting to me about something that's happening. And I'll just, I'll read his thing, and before I even respond to what he has to say, I'll just go, Spare Notes! And he's like, yes! And we do our Spare Notes, and I'll be like, Coop, you got some things you want to air out? And he's like, yeah, I have something. And you could tell he gets all excited because he's got something to say, and he's got something to air out. And I get excited because, when Coop's got beef, I mean, Coop's like Evan Darnell when he's got beef, he's king of beef. So it's always fun because I know the conversation's going to be great. But no, we've had a good time. It's been very productive. Had a lot of fun with that project. It's very fortunate to have that, and just honored to have Coop on there with us. So it's there's more to come. So I was going to promote this week's show, but unfortunately Coop actually told me that he made some scheduling mistakes, and he's traveling and won't be he'll be unavailable this weekend. So I think we're going to reschedule for next weekend. I think is the plan. So Spare Notes will return next weekend now. If you guys are looking for the Spare Notes series, I know it's exciting. So yeah, we're gonna.
I've also noticed you guys had some herfs lately too. You did some online herfs again. That was kind of fun to.
Yeah, we had one last
weekend.
Yeah, we had one last weekend. That was a good time. We had a lot of good. Coop was on there. Nelson was on there. Our friends Kevin and Barbara from Las Vegas. They were on there. A lot of cool people came on there, and it was a great time, and it was just nice to kind of just smoke and hang out with people. It's something I like to do, and unfortunately sometimes whether I just don't have the time, or I get caught up in other things and I just forget about it. Whenever I do get to sit down and have her, and unfortunately Nicole was not able to make it, but whenever we have the opportunity, it's always a great time, just to connect with people, see what's up, share stories, shoot the shit, as they say. Have a cigar. That's what it's all about. That's what makes it special. So, we're just really happy to do that. And I'm trying to shoot for more of that. I might do one this weekend. I'll try to let people know well in advance they can plan. I know there's some people who missed out. It was a little last minute, but I'll try to give people more notice next time.
Well, next week we have a special event on Friday. I was trying to find the video from last year, just to give people a teaser of what's to come.
Yes, I forgot about that video.
So I might be able to find it, and we
It's
can
deep
show
on the
it.
channel. I can find it.
Yeah, but I want to like screen share.
I know.
So-
I'll find it. I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
My laptop's dead, so that's maybe not. I'll find it. But anyway, John, do you want to tell the story of what we did last year?
Cigar Association.
Yeah.
The New Hampshire Cigar Association. Obviously, we scared people with the air horn. It's going to be a little modified for me this year, but we will be there. I'm not sure what hole we're going to be on, but Smokin Tabacco and LFD will be there at the New Hampshire outing, which should be really nice. I'm actually going to be in New York City next week on Thursday. It'll be, honestly, is there guests next week?
I believe next week, no, but the week after.
So I'm with my friend Jameson of the Experience Brokers next week. My friend and colleague who I've done some events with in the the one that I did with him was from Atlanta Cigar Week last year, which is our infamous soap review with the Chinese bathroom attendants.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
So we're going to be in New York City at a cigar dinner, so I can probably come on for a bit and do a little bit from the cigar dinner next Thursday. But I'll be in New York City on Thursday, and then Friday morning I'll be flying up to New Hampshire where I'll meet with you guys, and we've got some fun things planned for the booth. We may or may not have alcoholic beverages for players. We may or may not be making cocktails. We're told we're not supposed to be, so we may or may not be able to do that, but we may or may not still be doing it. And there'll be some exciting things there. We got some good cigars. So that's on Friday next week. And then Saturday, I don't know what you guys got planned next Saturday, but next Saturday, the 28th, I'm going to be at Cigar Shenanigans in North Conway, New Hampshire.
Ooh.
And we're doing a cigar dinner there. It's not part of the gourmet smoke sessions, but it is involving Hacking Gourmet, LFD, and Meat and Bone. We're doing a little special session to end the season up there, which it's still definitely in season. I went to go book a hotel room, and it was like $450.
Wow.
Which was insane. So I was like, oh, I wonder if it's still busy this weekend. The answer to that question is it is going to be busy in North Conway next weekend. But we got that going on next week on the 28th. Won't be streaming live, but it'll be fun with our friends at Cigar Shenanigans up there. So busy week next week coming up. It just seems like everything's been real busy right now. The cigar business as a whole is out of control busy, and it's still continuing to grow.
We've been out of control busy too.
Back to normal.
Mm-hmm. It's a busy time.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Check your Facebook Messenger. I found it.
And which is nice. So yeah, that's gonna be fun next week. We got that going on. So it's a week from today that it starts for me, and then we'll be there Friday.
Yeah, the last year was great because we had some. So John and I, hold on, let me relight this. I'm sorry.
By the way, when's the JC Newman backdrop coming in? We got a JC Newman backdrop
Monday. Should be Monday. Right. We had to make some adjustments. The first proof was not how we wanted it, so.
Yeah, we had to make some changes, but now it's.
We should have asked.
What was that?
Well, we should have asked to see. We should have asked to see if they would have built us like a little house to sit in, like they had like a smaller.
We should have taken all of the pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, a smaller scale, yeah. I wish I should have taken a piece of the cardboard as like a souvenir. Like like when people, you remember like when they tore down the Berlin Wall and everyone took chunks of the Berlin Wall? I wish I took a chunk of that cardboard. It would have been legendary. Like I have a piece of that booth.
I was at the Fuente facilities, at the Fuente office. I had asked if I could take a rock to bring it back to you, and they're like, yeah, absolutely, take whatever rocks you want. And I forgot to grab the rocks, but I did ask permission to bring it. And my goal was to bring it to you. And then when you were down here, you were going to return it back to, back to the promised land. And, that was a guarantee, you promised that you would make your way down there. But I forgot.
Yes.
And all the rocks just stayed there.
Yeah, John forgot. He dropped the rock on that one. But I
wish we had that.
I know. We need to work on our game on that one. But yeah, so anyway, last year, so we were heading up to that event, and so John was staying at my house. So we got up bright and early. We get in the car. We're driving up there. We're smoking in the rental car like we're not supposed to. And we get off the highway. We're in the town where the golf course is. We're just kind of riding the lights. And someone pulls up next to us. And they had a Perdomo Cigars license plate frame. And John looks at me and I look at him and he's like, well, we know where they're going. Guy rolls down the window and he sees us smoking the cigars. He says something, whatever. We had some laughs. It was great. They leave. Well, lo and behold, the first group that comes up to our hole is this group that we ran into on the road that we had some friendly gestures with. And John decides, after I found an air horn at my house, hey, like, this is going to be great. We decided we're going to bring it to the golf thing. So John's like, hey, I'm going to get these guys right away. They're going to love it. And I think Nicole's working on the video here, but we had a lot of fun with that. We got everybody, and people were coming up to us and being like, oh yeah, do you guys know like what's with the air horn? We hear the air horn, and we were like, nah, there's some girls like on the first hole over there. I don't know.
Yeah, the hole behind us. It's just won't stop.
I started telling people it was like different reps. Like one person, I was like, oh, it's Lauren Ferraro from Ashton. And then someone came up and I was like, nah, that's Jesse from Davidoff over there. It's not us. Well, why would we do that? We're not here to disrupt the peace. And as soon as they would take that swing, psh, right there, right behind them. John got pretty close too. It was great. There was only one guy who was. I wouldn't say he was he wasn't like rude about it or like upset.
No, he got salty.
But he was salty. He didn't like it. He look.
Yeah, he was salty.
It wasn't like a PGA tournament, but he was like, well, hold on. So, do you remember? It's not like a pro. It's not like a pro invitational. You know, it's a casual game for cigar people to get together. This guy got mad, like he was at the Masters, and you messed up his shot on the back nine, and he's coming in for the title, and it's like, guys, slow down, okay?
So there were two of them. There were two that were actually. I'm sure there was people that were mad, but there was two that was actually mad. There was one guy who was a little bit older, and his friends are like, "You got to get him," because he's just the guy that was just always a curmudgeon. And so we got him, and he was ticked. And he walked over. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe he did that." Blah blah blah. And all of his buddies were laughing. So I went over and gave him a cigar, and he became a good sport after about 2 or 3 minutes of sitting there. And he was like, "Oh, that was funny," and this and that. After he got over it, and then
he got a free cigar out of it.
Who was a really good, and it was a really good golfer. And I told him I wasn't going to do it, and I did. And he kind of looked back at me. Coincidentally, I happened to be like the biggest guy there, so it was like, "What are you going to do about it?" And first of all, second of all, just have fun. So he looked at me and he says, I go ahead and take another shot, and I won't hit the button on the horn." And he did hit a really nice shot, his second shot, but he was the one that was like taking it really, really serious. And then but the other guy before was the one that was a little bit mad. He like turned around, wouldn't look at me in the eyes, and went back and walked in his golf cart. But it was pretty funny, and that's what it was for.
I can play the video. I have it lined up.
Oh, do you have that?
I do.
Oh, this will be great. We got to play this.
All right. Let's see if I can. And bear with me because I don't do screen shares every day.
This is going to be great. I remember this like it was yesterday. I can't believe it's already been a year.
Oh, no.
So much has happened.
I don't know if I can do...
Update system audio.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, cancel.
We can't do it.
All right, guys. Wait, no, I think I can just do the... Oh, no, but the audio makes it so much better.
Pizza. Thank you, Princess.
It didn't update. All right, we're back on. Sorry, guys. We lost the feed.
Wow.
But, John, you have pizza now magically.
Are we reconnected to the original stream, or do I have to
automatically reconnect?
All right. I didn't know if I had to reshare it all over again.
No, it automatically reconnects.
All right, good. Because that would have been disastrous.
Yeah.
Sorry,
guys.
So anyway, let's
we'll post the link. Yeah, we'll post the link later. It broke the stream, so
I have
what
fine. Show is a spin-off of the show Cheers?
That's a random question.
All right. Frasier. No, I know.
Frasier.
I know. I got it. So her brother must be playing some kind of trivia.
Why doesn't he just Google
One more time?
Frasier.
So because I get a random text message. What state was The Sopranos in? Quick, I need the answer. And I'm like, I haven't even been able to type yet. Like, slow down. And then I get, what show was a spin-off of the show Cheers? Sitcom, 90s. Hurry.
He must be like...
And I'm like, Frasier.
Playing trivia.
So he's playing trivia somewhere. And, you know, he'll text me, like, the question. And I, like, see it come in, and I get to the keyboard, and he's like, hurry. And I'm like, dude, like, I can only get to it so fast. But I don't know. Whatever. He should know these, though. He's seen all those shows.
Do we have a top 3 this week?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
We might have to switch to that.
John, so we've started
top 3?
We have a new segment on the show called the Top 3. I sent it to you in an email, but it must have went to your spam folder, as usual. Kidding aside. We do have a new segment. It's the Top 3 segment. It changes every week, but I think I might recycle the first one because I'm really interested to see what John has to say on this question. If you had to pick the top 3 most influential people in your life thus far, whether it's in your professional career, your personal life, and whatever like angle you want to look at it from, who would those three people be for you?
I would say the personal impact. Like, let's go personal impact. I won't say professional, but with personal impact, my wife certainly. I mean, it's got a baby coming, got a marriage. That's really been a massive influence on me. The three most influential, I would say, my wife, and then my mother and father.
Your mother and father being separate, so those are the other two. So one,
Yeah.
2, 3 is your wife, and then your mom and dad. Okay, interesting answer. I mean, you're a big family guy. You know, you're a family man. You know, I know how much your parents mean to you. You know, when you go back up to Maine, you spend a lot of time there, and you know, obviously with your new family of your own that you're starting, I know that you'll probably be spending even more time with them. You know, so they can see their granddaughter, which will be great. But no, yeah, I wanted to ask that one. I had a couple that I was interested in. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna ask John because he hasn't done this yet. We don't have a guest, but I decided to recycle that one because I was interested to see what he would say. But it was pretty good answers. What is that?
This came up in my feed a year ago.
Yes, a year ago today we had Juan Cancel and Kevin Kythian from Protocol
That was
Cigars.
a year ago.
That was a year ago.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Right? I can't believe that.
I was sitting on my back deck. Coincidentally, I was single without baby. I was not married. I wasn't in a relationship. So
I don't
it's
even know
crazy.
this one.
You look at a year. I was talking to a retailer today. I'm like, oh, it's been so long since we've seen you. And I was like, yeah, it's been so long. I got a full face of hair, a full head of hair. I'm married, and I have a child on the way. I was like, so it goes, what happens is when
And
you
a chest
take
full
me
of hair.
off the road from my normal routine, I become domesticated.
Mm-hmm. This is very true. Very true. A lot has changed.
Sorry, we have.
Yeah, I'm
trivia
live on the
questions
air, and
coming
I'm getting trivia questions. Dancing Baby is
So let's
connected
play.
to
What's
what?
What's the next one?
Dancing Baby is connected to what show? MTV 1997. I'm drawing a blank.
Dancing Babies.
I know.
I don't know that one. I think he's on his
No
own.
clue.
No clue.
So I don't have this tonight, but I did some new soaps. I bought the Dr. Squatch Star Wars collection,
Oh, really?
and it's awesome. I haven't used it, and it came in such a great box. Oh, this pizza's delicious.
What kind of pizza is it? Is it pan pizza, Greek pizza,
It's
Neapolitan?
It's a cauliflower crust. It's just cheese, and it's delicious.
All right, so it's not real pizza.
He's being healthy.
I
I'm
know.
sure this is like. Is this your cheat, John?
Look it up.
Cheat-ish?
I can't use Google, dude. I'm on the air right now.
Kind of, not really. It's
I can't do
Oh.
this.
kind of dinner.
Oh.
By the way, Nicole, doesn't your brother watch the show? Doesn't he know that the show's on right now?
He does know, but and he knows specifically because he'll be here tonight. And he came in. And he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'll be here when you're done with the show." I'm like, "All right," because he went out to a friend's house, and
His
he
needs outweigh the show right
yeah his needs outweigh the show. Someone needs to remind him that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
And and that's
Star
fine.
Trek.
He gave us a segment of some tribute stuff.
I know.
But this cigar here is definitely gotten better halfway through. I am enjoying it.
Let me ask you a question because I'm not in the connoisseur club anymore, and the reason why is because I loved it, but
Couldn't smoke it fast enough.
I couldn't get through it fast enough, and I didn't want to take away from a spot where someone else who really wants to be in it was missing out. So I wanted to give up my spot so that others could have that opportunity. But from the fun few months that I did have with it, I always like to try and guess. I know it's hard, but I like to try and guess like who the manufacturer is. If you had to take a wild stab in the dark as to who makes that cigar, what would you say? If you had to make a good guess. He's trying.
Thinking about it.
He's thinking about it.
I retrohaled it a little bit.
Yeah, you don't do that either. So this is he's really trying here.
I would say
He's not a retrohaler by any means.
I think this is Honduran.
Really?
So I'd say either maybe Rocky Patel or Alec Bradley.
Okay. Interesting.
Jonathan,
I know it's not LFD.
this is for a $50 gift card to the 99.
Oh, he's at the 90. Oh, I know where he is. I know what he's doing.
It's Thursday night trivia at the 99.
Yeah.
I used to play all the time. I actually won ski passes once.
Yeah, and he's probably
a Bud Light hat.
Yeah, and he's probably crushing Bud Light drafts for like whatever. They usually run special on like event nights. Yeah.
And they do 50-cent wings still.
Yeah.
Go to your local
he's got
99.
Gold Fever wings and a bunch of Bud Light, and he's like, I don't give a shit about the show. Tell me what comedian played Fire Marshal Bill? This is for a $50 gift card to the 99. Who played Fire Marshal Bill? Do you know that one? No, I don't know it either. He's like, use Google because I can't. I'm like, dude, I'm on the show right now.
If
I
you can
can't.
text, why can't he use Google?
I know, like
People cheat there all the time.
I know.
Like,
it's not like it's the Major League Trivia. You know what I mean? Like, come on. No one's going around. There's no referee.
No, but it is like kind of annoying when people are cheating.
I know.
There's always that group.
Oh, you can tell. Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing: he can't Google and cheat, right? But he can text me for the answer. So how is that? How is that any different? I mean, he could easily just Google it and look for himself, but he decides to ask me. So either way, he's getting the information from someone else. You know what I mean? And it's like he's trying to bully me into, oh, you got to. I'm like, dude, I'm doing a show right now. I can't be doing trivia. I'm not at the 99. Yeah, Jesus. I'm gonna get roped into something that I shouldn't be doing. I just gotta like ignore him right now, and I'm sorry.
For those of you still watching, I will be posting in the comments the video from the Golf Association outing last year.
Ah, yes, that was a good time, and I'm really excited to see how we unfold this year because it's gonna be. We thought about it on the way home. We were like, dude, this was a successful outing, but imagine if we did A, B, and C, and this is our year for redemption.
I just had an idea. We should do like a Smokin Tabacco trivia night.
We can do that.
Right here. And we'll mail out some cigars.
We can do that.
Smokin Tabacco trivia. Not cigar trivia, because I feel like, we could sprinkle some of that in.
Yeah, that
like,
gets dry. You got to make it more general.
Yeah. We'll do a trivia
We
night.
can do a trivia night and have prizes.
Yeah.
Trivia night and have prizes.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Let's
like a
do it.
trivia herf? Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's
do
done
that.
that.
We're looking
before.
back. Since we're looking back a little bit at some things and like looking forward at the same time, I was just thinking, I'm sitting here eating a pizza, having a cigar. So I'm sorry if people don't want to watch me eat dinner and have a cigar at the same time.
Oh, we've
It's a
gotten.
casual
Hold on.
show tonight.
We've gotten
But
some
think-
feedback about you eating on the show, and every time I've told people go kick rocks because that's just how it is.
Yeah. I don't watch it. So I was thinking back. Remember the time we did the show we were up in the carriage house, and you had the Michael Jordan jersey on. I had on a sports jersey or whatever, and it was maybe the viewers.
We lost your audio.
The guy. Remember,
There it is.
Remember when remember up in the carriage house?
We had the
And
jerseys on. I heard that, then it cut off.
Yeah, we had the jerseys. Yeah, and the guy. Maybe the guy's still watching the show, or maybe he's not. Maybe he's off in the chat room.
Oh, I know where this is going.
And he was upset and said we were unprofessional and this and that. And it was like, you don't have to watch the show. Like if you don't want to see us, like we've made it pretty obvious that we're going to be pretty casual. We're going to be laid back. That night we were specifically talking about sports.
Right.
I do cooking shows where I eat and cook. So like, I'm going to probably end up eating sometimes on these things. So, you're very welcome to not watch it. And
As you
when
should.
I do a sit down and, the routine, the crowd and how it's going to go, sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't. And, if you don't like it, then don't watch me eat. And like I said, I'm only on the show every couple of weeks now. So next week I won't be on it and I won't be eating. So
Hold on.
but I will be eating, actually. I'll be eating. That's why I won't be on the show. I'll be eating at a cigar dinner.
Well, you can go live. We'll patch you in, and we can watch you eat at a dinner, and people can watch you eat elsewhere.
Trivia update. Next category is movie trivia from the 2000s. Stand by. 10 questions only. He's really relying on you right now. So if he wins that gift card, you're owed like $25.
That's true. That's very
$7.99.
true because that tells me he's still in it because he stayed alive because I gave him all the answers.
In my defense, I will tell you one thing. Not even in my defense. I don't need to defend myself. I don't eat when we have guests on the show.
This is a true statement.
Mm-hmm.
This is a true statement. I mean, when there's a guest on, it's different. But like when it's just us, I mean, show's a show. I mean, you can do whatever you want, within reason. I mean, you can't kill anybody. But like, if you want to eat on the show, you want to wear a tank top, you want to, you know.
I mean, Joe Rogan wears T-shirts, smokes cigars, and eats, drinks, does all that stuff. Smokes weed on his show.
Yeah, I mean, why can't
he's
we?
the #1 podcast in the world. What, like John Carney can't eat a pizza?
I know. What is this? You know what? What would El Prez say?
You can't wear an authentic $500 Michael Jordan jersey, on a show. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it is what it is, I'm trying to live my best life. That's the best I can do, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to live my best life. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. First things first, I was going to say, what would El Prez say? But I think you already covered that. For those who don't know who that is, I'm not talking about Joe Biden. I'm talking about the El Presidente, Dave Portnoy. Stoolies for life. Right, John? You know. He knows. You know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
If you know, you
I've
know.
been a Stoolie since pretty much the beginning.
You weren't
2003.
like what was it he said one time? You weren't bumping elbows with the spare change guy fighting to give out free newspapers on the street. That was me. That's right. Never forget.
Mm-hmm.
He's an OG.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things. One thing I love about Dave Portnoy is I know that some people, he's kind of he can be a little out there. He's a little, but it's great and it's entertainment. But you got to remember, he came from nothing. I mean, he literally, Barstool Sports was a free newspaper in the city of Boston that he gave away. And now he's worth what, like $500 million? Because he's made some smart business moves. He's a whole media empire now, and he's more than just sports. And they're on Sirius. They got podcasts. They have a website. They're on all over social media. They're in sports betting now. They have Barstool's.
They have Call Me Daddy, Call Her Daddy.
That's one of their podcasts. But
that's on Spotify now.
Yeah. So I mean, like he's come a long way. And that was when did Barstool start? That was like, I want to take a stab and say like 06?
2002 or 3.
Was it that early?
Like 2003 or 4. Yeah, it might have been 2004.
I mean, I remember growing up in Boston and
Google it.
People had Barstool newspaper. I have one. I have one.
2003.
I have one. I have an old Barstool newspaper from like 2005 or 2006, something like that. That I have put, and I can't remember why I have it. I think it was because there was something significant on it or something, and I kept it. But I have the whole thing. That's a collector's item right there. That's an OG giveaway Barstool newspaper from the early days. But anyway, no, I wanted to bring up the fact. So one of the things I noticed about your beautiful wedding photo, me and Nicole were talking about this, and I told her I was going to bring it up. If you don't know John, he's got some signature traits. He's got some signature moves, some signature attributes. And for those who know, you know. And if you don't, you're about to find out one of them. I remember looking at his wedding photo. Real beautiful outdoor wedding. Allie looked very amazing. She's all dressed up. John's got this nice, like, very floral, like, almost Hawaiian-looking shirt on. I was really jealous. I want it. And then you look down, and he's got on the American flag Crocs. And he just, like, he loves those. They're perfect for every occasion, as he once told me. And apparently that includes your wedding day. So he could have gone with some like dressy sandals or like a boat shoe like Sperry's. Nah, he went with the patriotic Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
That was a power move. Yeah, it really was a power move. That was a power move.
I mean, I asked for permission, and my wife said, I go, can I wear the Crocs? And she was like, well, what else would you wear? And I said, that's what I was thinking. And there we go. The Crocs were the Crocs one. They were my nice pair. I had a really nice pair. So I was the high-end one. Today I have my work Crocs on for the show.
That's when you knew.
My work Crocs.
That's when you knew right there. When you asked your wife,
yeah,
can I wear my signature Crocs on our wedding day? And her response wasn't just yes. It was, what else would you wear?
Yeah.
Because she knows.
I didn't know there was other options. She's like, she didn't realize, there was no other option. So I did
That-
ask for permission.
That's when
It
you
was
know
great.
she's the one.
It really was a fitting, though. Yeah, it looked great, and it'll be a good story. And Crocs are comfortable. Anybody that wants to talk trash about them, they're just really comfortable. And the American flag, print is fitting for literally any occasion when you're in America and an American.
And I'm sure they're comfortable for you too. I mean, how
Beyond
big are you? Like, do you have a big foot, John? I mean, you're a big dude, so.
Yeah, I have 13. I have a 13, so it's very comfortable. Yeah.
So I have a prediction. That baby is gonna come out. They're gonna have their daughter will be born, Autumn. It'll be Autumn's her birth, and she'll come home from the hospital. That amazing trip when parents bring home their child from the hospital for the first time. That baby's gonna be wearing the swaddle and the hat that they put him in. And John's gonna say, no, take that baby out of there. Put it in a onesie, because I know he's got like some cool onesie already planned. And he's gonna put the little mini Crocs on her feet. He's gonna bring that girl home for the first time. She's gonna have those Crocs on her feet, just like Dad. And he's gonna cry. And he's gonna cry, and he's gonna be like, oh, it comes full circle. I'm painting a picture here.
I have an American flag onesie that we picked up for like. You could buy it for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Anyway, I bought it for like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, like 9. I have like 10 of them. And It's all for like a year. So it'll look like she's always had it, but we bought all of them. So we can continuously have the same outfit.
That's smart.
Do you have any cool, do you have any other cool, like, when you go somewhere and you see like these like cool onesies that have like interesting things on them or whatever, and you're like, oh, I got to get that for when the baby comes. You have anything cool like that that's like really like other than patriotic stuff? Do you have any like cool like special onesies that you're like?
Oh,
because I imagine I can imagine Autumn won't be wearing anything that's like solid. Like it's gonna be like he's got like a onesie for every day of the week, or you know what I mean? Every day, 24/7, 365. That kid's gonna be wearing like some cool, unique onesie. It'll never be like the plain gray. No, it's gonna be over the top.
So yes, so my wife and I are very similar in that we're extra. We're a lot, we do everything to the fullest.
We're extra.
And yeah, so she's got ones. Her favorite month of the year is October. She loves Halloween. Autumn's gonna be born in her favorite month. Has the name Autumn. So there's tons of Halloween themed stuff that she's got, and there's tons of little onesies and outfits with sayings and things on it. And so yeah, there won't be a shortage of really unique one-liners on our baby's clothing.
Yeah, I can already see it. All right, let's see. The trivia continues.
How
to Lose the Guy in 10 Days. Who was the actor and actress? Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. 2008 musical from pop group ABBA.
Ooh.
Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody knows
Mamma
that
Mia.
one. Here I go again. Mamma.
Mamma Mia.
Damn. I'm telling you, he wins this. I'm getting that gift card. He's going to come home and he's going to be like, look at this. I got a gift card. And I'm going to go, thank you. I gave you all the answers.
He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know anything. I'm giving him all the answers.
No, he's not winning. With the turnaround time, there's no way.
No, they give you ample turnaround time. It's not speed.
Like I said, it's the 99. I'll give you 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, no, you have to like write it. There's rounds of like 5 or 10, and you write it down, then you pass your slip in at the end. So it's not speed-based.
Ah, okay. That's how they do it? I didn't realize it was like
the
that.
end of the cigar.
Oh, you smoked that thing fast.
Down to the final third. Yeah, it had a pretty smooth draw. The construction on it was actually excellent. I didn't have to relight it or anything. I rate, for me, the highest rating I've given in the 8 months of this was I gave like a cigar an 80. I think I gave one an 86 or an 87. So I rate anywhere, pretty much I'm rating between like 70 and 87. So I'm going to give this kind of right in the middle. I'm going to give this an overall 7.9. So 7.9.
7.9, that's not a bad score.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Still on trivia duty.
Now it's with great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man.
Our trivia is going to be way cooler than this.
Yeah,
It's not
and we'll actually
Oh
know
my
the
gosh,
answers.
yeah. So we should get that set up. Honestly, you know what? We should do that for the holidays. We should do that for the holiday party this year, for the Christmas party.
Oh
We should
yeah.
we should trivia night, Christmas party, get everybody involved, give away some gifts. We can dress up as Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, and have everybody together and do that for our Christmas giveaway. That would be excellent.
I like that idea.
Would Mrs. Carney be open to coming on the show for that one?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
She
We'd
can-
definitely love to be on
she-
the show. And Autumn maybe even make an appearance.
That's true. Autumn will be here. She can be an elf, because she'll be small. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we can put her in like a little elf onesie, get her like little ears. That'd be cool. Yeah, the ideas are flowing. This is how we do it. You throw it against the wall and you see what sticks, and we got some stick right here. I think we're on to something. 2006
Ooh.
first Bond film. Well, the first Bond film wasn't 2006, but the first,
Casino Royale.
yes.
I should know that. I went and saw that in the movie theater. In England.
It's crazy.
That's when I lived in
Daniel
England.
Craig's isn't that crazy? He's been doing that for 15 years, though. He's been James Bond for 15 years.
It's a long
With
time.
Daniel Craig. Yeah, I gave
Yeah.
you the answer, buddy. It's Casino Royale. Yeah. Yeah, actually, since we're on the topic of actors really quick, I want to bring this up because I've actually been kind of excited about this. So, have you heard about the news with Brendan Fraser, or Fraser? I don't know how you say it. I think it's Fraser. Have you heard about that recently?
Fraser. I haven't, but before we bring that up,
Yeah.
since we were talking about James Bond, we do have an episode of Hacking Gourmet coming up on Monday, August 23rd,
Ooh.
and it's going to be Hacking Royale.
Mm.
This is inspired by James Bond.
Carney. Jonathan Carney. Oh, look what he's got. He's got his poker. There it is.
That's awesome. Sorry, I keep pushing it down so I can smoke.
By the way, we can hear her when it's down. Like, I have no issue hearing her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
And
just
she
trying to.
sounds.
Oh, I was just trying to.
Yeah, no,
I was.
sound-
I was just trying to make sure that the show was going.
Smooth.
No, we've had no issue hearing her.
All right. Well, I'm just making sure.
But
Thanks for being the
Fraser,
police.
Yeah.
I didn't know the production police were here. Brendan Fraser, kind of fell off the face of the map for a little while there. And, when I was younger, and we were all younger, he was in some pretty cool movies. He was in the Mummy movies. He was George of the Jungle. If you kind of go way back to the early Encino Man in 1992, I want to say that came out.
think so.
I saw it a few years later when I was a little bit older, but you probably remember when that movie came out. I love that movie. He was on a hot streak there for a good decade and a half, and he kind of disappeared for a while. And he recently, he's doing a couple of projects, but one of the biggest things was it was announced that he had just been cast in a Martin Scorsese movie with Robert De Niro and someone else, and I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, a pretty big win for someone who hasn't really been doing a lot of stuff lately. Anybody who gets cast in a Scorsese movie, that's a true honor for any actor. I think Leo. I think Leo's in that. I think it's Leo, De Niro, and Fraser are in that movie. And so he was doing an interview actually, and some people online have been really excited for him. And I guess in his interview, if I remember this correctly, the interviewer, I don't know who it was, but the interviewer told him, hey, did you know, like, your fans online, are really rooting for you on this. They're really excited to see you kind of get back out there. And it sounds like his downtime, where he wasn't really doing any work or anything like that. He's just going through some personal stuff. Sounds like he had a little bit of depression, maybe something. I think he got divorced and whatnot.
Yeah, I think he did have some personal things.
Yeah, he had a tough bout, and it happens. That's part of life. It was really nice to kind of see people kind of rooting for him because I always liked him. I always thought he was a great actor. I always liked his movies. He's never anyone that's been involved in any major controversy or anything like that. He's
funny.
He's funny. He's funny, dude. He was on Scrubs too. That's a show we've been rewatching lately. It's really exciting to see him getting back out there. Kind of just while we're on that topic. and it'll be exciting to kind of see him return to the screen. He's done some cool stuff in the past. It'd be nice to see him do it again. So I see the trivia has continued with Jonathan. What is going on now? Highest grossing movie, 2000 to 2009. I want to say that was Avatar.
It was Avatar.
It was Avatar. Yeah, that's Avatar. That's no brainer.
That movie sucked.
Previously,
they have like 7 more of them coming out allegedly.
So before Avatar, which was directed by James Cameron, do you know what previously? Also a James Cameron movie. Titanic. Mm-hmm. James Cameron beat himself. That's pretty good. James Cameron, I mean, another one. I mean, he does a movie, and whatever he touches kind of goes to gold. So, with the exception of Avatar, I mean, people will argue. I thought Avatar was, I don't know. I have my moments, like I get into nerdy stuff. Like I love Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I was there day one when it came out in the theater, all 3 movies. Avatar, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me.
It was. I thought the thing that was so cool about it, which is what I think what connected people to it, was it was. I mean, it created a brand new world with all these interesting characters, and they really told some good backstories. And there's going to be more of them, so they're going to make them a series. And now with Disney being involved in it, we're going to get it, and they're going to do really well. But it was. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool concept.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like incredibly great acting. The same thing like Avengers. Like I love all the Avengers and Marvel movies. I don't think it's necessarily the best act. I mean, their acting is good, but I don't think it's like the most cinematically. It's not like the best movie of all time if you were just going to judge it off of cinema. Nobody's winning Grammys or whatever those awards are, Emmys, right? Nobody's winning big awards like that, but people want to watch them. They're fun and they're entertaining. Same thing, Avatar was entertaining.
Right.
I always kind of match those movies. They're kind of like U2 for me, the band.
Right.
They're just such a big band that it's not, especially for our generation, they're not the biggest band for us in terms of like, oh, I love all their music. But if you're like, oh man, it's like I've been to a U2 concert. It was awesome. It was really cool. It was fun.
Jelly.
It's like U2, the Rolling Stones, all those types of things, where it's just like, really entertaining. Withstands the test of time, classic movies like that are just nonstop. You can turn it on and you're going to catch up no matter where you're at and enjoy it and be okay with it. And then there's some other ones that are like just cinematically that was a great movie and the acting in it was just amazing. I wouldn't say that of any of those movies. Besides maybe Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio was an incredible actor and he did a great job in that. But like Avatar specifically, there was no like transcendent acting. It was just a really cool story and really great, effects and CGI and stuff like that. It was a really fascinating, storyline to follow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we could continue to ramble on about her brother's trivia all night, but it gets stale after a while. So, John, you've already kind of teased what you got going on with Hacking Gourmet, and as you guys know, we have another event next week, and we'll have some goodie snippets of that. From the Cigar Association of New Hampshire's golf tournament. As I said before, Spare Notes has been rescheduled from this week to next week due to some scheduling conflicts on Coop's end, and which is fine. Things happen. He's traveling right now. He's traveling safely. He's also traveling very socially distanced. So if you do see him out on the road, or if you're out where he might be and you didn't get to see him, just know he's really he's being strict about that. So just kind of give him some space there. I'll give him a little love. I know he's really trying to be safe, and I know he's got some things he's got to travel for, and he's got some health issues, and he wants to really be safe. So I know he's been really getting that out there. Anyway, for us next week again, there's no guest. So,
although maybe we'll fill it. Who knows?
Yeah, we have some things.
Either way, I'll be reporting live from New York Cigar Week. New York Cigar Month. So that'll be really fun. We have a big dinner that we're doing next week in the city with the experienced brokers and New York Cigar Month crew. So that'll be really fun. So I'll be on live from that for whatever period of time we can do, and we'll talk about that. And I'll be back with you guys on Thursday.
Absolutely. Well, guys,
Friday.
Yes. So, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to us on audio platforms. And as always, come find us wherever we can be found. YouTube, Odyssey, Facebook, everywhere you can find your podcasts, whether it's Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. We're all over the place. We're everywhere. Subscribe, please. Download, listen to us. We love to share our wisdom with everyone, and we appreciate all the listeners. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here with us. Light up a cigar, enjoy, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Bye.